What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, brought to you today by the Russell Street Report, sponsored by DNL Tinting. Go check out dltinting.com for all of your window tinting, headlight restoration, and car detailing needs. dltinting.com. Go check them out. Today we are going to be jumping into the tape of Lamar Jackson, how he solidified the NFL's Most Valuable Player award. It's a lock. I don't see how you argue against it anymore. Two back-to-back insane performances, complete with a perfect passer rating, the third time in his career, 158.3, second time in his career against the Miami Dolphins, 5 touchdown passes, only 3 incompletions on the day. We're going to take a look at it because everything clicked in this game. It was just all those flashes we've seen through the year. Finally, all just came full circle. Guys making plays, Lamar being consistent, Lamar taking what's there, just locked in, dialed in, looked good. If you guys are looking forward to this breakdown, if you're looking forward to seeing Lamar hoist the second MVP in 6 years, go ahead, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here, and let's get into it. So we are going to start here on a two-man concept. And so you guys probably have noticed this when you were watching the game. Lamar had all day back here. And, he had to wait for Zay Flowers to break open like he did just right there. And I remember being confused, but now watching it, it's a play action with Gus Edwards. And what actually happened on this play is they keep in Pat Ricard and Charlie Kolar. Just a sec, let me open my screen brush so we can actually point at some of these things that we're talking about. And you're going to see... There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So you're going to see the 2 tight ends stay in. Gus stays in as well. So you got an 8-man protection. So that's why Lamar had all day. And you're going to get the curl route from Rashad Bateman. Over top of that is an out route. And just love the patience here by Lamar to let this come open. It was against zone coverage, so he's throwing... he knows Zay's going to cut against this DB. But the key thing here with the ball placement that I noticed was... Zay can't really accelerate at this point because he's on the hash. He has to kind of give himself a little runway to catch this ball. And because this DB is going to break backwards and it's a deep pass, Lamar actually throws it back inside the 35-yard line here, and he's actually going to place the ball about right there. And so Zay actually has to come back in, and he does that because look how closely the DB closes on the ball. So just really good ball placement there to get that ball to Zay Flowers, outside the hashes, all the things he's been critiqued for, blah, blah, blah. Really good awareness of understanding the distance the ball had to travel, the fact that Zay had to slow down, and just giving his receiver a better shot at the ball on this one. So really good work. Early in the game, they had the wheel route called back on Justice Hill. It was an offensive pass interference on Isaiah Likely. They get down in the red zone on this, I believe it's the same drive, and they just run the exact same play. Rashad Bateman at the top of your screen is going to run a little screen where he's trying to disrupt the coverage from the linebacker. Justice Hill just runs wide open, and Lamar just throws a dot in between the linebacker and the safety. So just really good. This was just a really well-designed play, but Lamar just delivering that ball, seeing it. They tried to run this a few times with Keaton Mitchell. Justice Hill's obviously trying to fill that role. Tough shoes to fill with how good Keaton Mitchell was, but heck of a play there and just a really good throw from Lamar Jackson. Here you're going to get the slot fade to Odell Beckham Jr., one of the best passes of the year. I just still can't get over it. This is just vintage Odell. But you'll see on this one, I grabbed the other angle so we can see it a little bit better, but Lamar has to step up because Morgan Moses gets his edge bent here. So as that happens, Lamar ends up on like one leg throwing this ball. See the step up over there, and just this is placed where only Odell's going to catch it. They reviewed it, but it was a catch. So you're going to see right here, go a little slow. Lamar has to step up and to the right because of a little bit of the pressure as he throws that off one leg. Now look at this ball placement right there. Thrown into a dot, away from the defender. You can see the ball right there at the spec. And just Odell makes a great catch. So that was just thrown quite literally perfectly. Couldn't have been better. Moving on into the game here, you're going to get Zay's touchdown. Zay's going to come in motion across the formation. And Eli Apple just pulls an Eli Apple. Ends up trying to cheat inside. Little miscommunication. And Zay Flowers just catches a dart here. But what was really impressive on this play was the pocket mechanics of Lamar. So I think what ended up kind of tripping, I think what basically happened is the two DBs on the play side didn't pass off Zay properly. But look at Lamar's mechanics in the pocket. So he's going to fake a handoff this way, and it's going to almost look like he's doing a little mini boot to the left because look how his body's facing. But he's going to turn back inwards to his right and then release that ball. And this is just like really good stuff. So there's that fake inside step, boom, just the footwork, the mechanics, resetting his base as he flips his hips, hitting a wide open Zay. Seeing that play, I didn't continue it from that angle, but if you go back, you kind of see right here as the corners are going to exchange. So Zay's going to come in motion down and get like a Tyreek Hill type release where he's moving. So, I mean, this is on Eli Apple, has to be, right? So they almost looks like they're exchanging men, but I don't know why they would in that case. But nobody ends up covering Zay. Hand goes up. Lamar sees it. Just really good work. Obviously, I had to show those mechanics in the pocket. It's just a thing of beauty. Here we get into another one. This is going to be the Isaiah Likely one. So this was generating a lot of discussion because one of these analysts, not sure who it is, said it was a poorly placed ball. So let's take a look at what happens here. They're showing a three-man line pre-snap. Falele and Cleveland squeeze the edge player, and you get a chip here from Aguilar and a delayed blitz from the DB. So Falele has to come off the double, and this obviously isn't an ideal situation. You want to have him in a vertical set blocking, but he's going to get a little piece of him, but Lamar has to step up. As he does, you can kind of see at the top of your screen here, it's not, the best view just with the angle of the All-22, but Isaiah Likely's breaking open. There's your check down man, and this guy's getting close to his pocket. So as Lamar does this, and he just runs with him, right? So as Lamar steps up, he releases. This ball has to be placed where only he can get it because he is in line with him. Their foot is on the 25-yard line. So if it's thrown middle of the body, behind, you're looking at a pick, and you're looking at a lot of open space here. This ball is placed out in the front, basically almost just above his head, almost at eye level, where only Isaiah Likely has a chance to catch that ball. And there he does. And you can see right here, his hand is getting hit by the DB. So that's why it was a one-handed catch. So it's high and away, but it's in a catchable range. And, sometimes your pass catcher has to make a play, God forbid. I don't think he could have placed this any better. This was placed where only his guy could get it. It's a safe throw. His guy had to make a play on it, and he did, and Likely just, barges in there for the yak. So just a thing of beauty. I have a hard time reading some of the commentary online sometimes because I just really don't understand what some of these cats are looking at. Now this is going to be obviously the 2 touchdown throws from Lamar inside the 10-yard line, but I'm also going to highlight the mastery of Todd Monken because clearly he saw something on tape. So what they're going to do here is the Dolphins are going to be in zone, and so they have 2 receivers out to your right. No, just 1 receiver out to your right. And they're in heavy, right? So you got Likely here just offset. You got Kohler on the other side, and then Ricard and Gus. And Likely's going to chip this man right here, and then he's going to release this way. All of the routes are going to be run to the other side. So you're going to see Kohler run a little deep out, or a deep crossing route, or not a deep crossing route, short crossing route right there. And this all creates route concepts to the right side of Lamar Jackson. The defense completely floods over there, right? See, look how many guys we got. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a corner on off screen to your right, and Likely chips and then just leaks out to the left and is wide open. Lamar sees it, hits the check down, easy touchdown. You go to the Ricard touchdown. They're in a 1-by-1 here. They're going to or a 2-by-1 pre-snap. They're going to motion Aguilar across, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to run route concepts to the right. They're going to run Bateman this way. Ricard's going to chip, and then he's going to leak out. And look at all the DBs. You got 1, and clearly I should have shown this angle from the other one. You got 5, 6, 7 DBs, again, to the right side of Lamar Jackson, and there's Ricard leaking for a touchdown. So that's Lamar seeing it, hitting the play, making the play he needs to make, but just clearly the Ravens coaching staff, Todd Monken, saw something on tape with how they play their zone in the red zone, and it is just a thing of beauty. So kudos to them. But just to wrap up this one,